I do not understand how journalists who have resources and sources of information and records of history would choose to pick as in Moi and talk about him like he was the best president we've ever had. He was the nicest human being. It was just pathetic. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Peace here, and today I'm going to be doing a different video. I'm going to be doing a trending topics video. I've been thinking about this subject for a while now, and yeah, so today I'm going to be doing stories that was trending last week. I hope you guys have fun watching it. If it's the first time you're watching me, please remember to click that subscribe button, join the Peace family, and yeah, let's get on to the video. Now, the first topic that we are going to start with is something that happened on Monday last week, and this was the death of 14 students from Kakamega primary school. It was a very, very tragic incident, and condolences to the family and friends of those that passed on. It is really, really sad to see, you know, young lives being taken away so fast. Like, these are people who had you know, dreams, they had aspirations, they had things they really wanted to accomplish in life, and the parents, their parents had high expectations for them. But it's really, really sad that such young souls can be, you know, taken away at such a young age. It's really, really tragic. I am not very sure what happened in the stampede. There are very many speculations surrounding this topic. I am not going to jump into the bandwagon and speculate, because I've seen, you know, news outlets that are, you know, saying very ridiculous things, like the Star reporting that you know, talking about the speculations about, you know, ghosts and I don't know, a teacher trying to punish kids, and the kids, you know, were scared and ran away. Others saying devil worship. I mean, you know, these are things that are just superstition, and I don't think, you know, mainstream media should be, you know, at the forefront of, you know, spreading this kind of narrative. It's really, really unfortunate that journalism in Kenya is just a scam. Yeah, it's really sad. But you remember when you were in high school or you were in primary school, when the bell would be rung, all of us would just storm out. And if you're in a situation where, like, you're in a school that has a lot of kids, like, you know, 500 plus, there is a possibility that a stampede can happen. You know, like, it's not something that happens it's not something that does not happen. So it's just a very, very sad story that we had to start our week like that. And then the second topic is about Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. He passed on. And it's funny that you could see that people were talking more about the death of Moi rather than the death of the 14 kids. It's really, really sad, because, I mean, he was a president. He died. It's not like news like we were expecting him today, because he's like 100 years old. So it was really unfortunate that the news, you know, picked up more on the death of Moi. And then the way they were reporting, you know, as in, I do not understand how journalists who have resources and sources of information and records of history would choose to pick as in Moi and talk about him like he was the best president we've ever had. He was the nicest human being. It was just pathetic. It was just pathetic, because we all know what Moi did. We all know he milked this country dry. We know he was allegedly involved in a lot of killings. You know about the Nyayo house. But let's face it, when someone dies, everyone feels the need to praise them, to talk about nice things about them. And yeah, it was really, really sad. Aki, Kwanza, I actually have a friend who we used to study with in university. He studied way late, like he was like 50 years old, and he was actually in the Nile house. He was tortured when he was like 20 something years old, and he has never recovered from that. He still has like injuries, and his leg has never recovered. He walks with a walking stick. So when you see, people talking about Moi like he was, like a superhero, or like the liberator, it was just a scam. It was just I feel like this week actually had very sad incidents. We had the death of Papa Dennis, who was a gospel artist, a very well-known and award-winning gospel artist. I was not a very big fan of him, but I know some of his songs. He came into the limelight because of Daddy Owen. They did a song with him, and that's how I knew Papa Dennis. And his songs were really nice, like he had that Kalingala vibe. And then we hear he's dead. Situations surrounding his death were very suspicious, very weird. Like, how does someone just jump off a balcony? Someone who previously at Lukuka studio, he was recording his music, and then decides to kill himself. As much as we are saying, like, depression is real, and people are out here, they're going through a lot of things. I don't understand how that thing happened. I feel like there was mischief there, but I'm not here to speculate. But yeah, it was really sad. And then another sad thing is that he died a poor man. Like Papa Dennis, you would see, like, in his videos, you would say this man is balling, like he's eating his money, he's enjoying life, he has succeeded. But then in his final days, he was living at a single apartment, single room. He didn't have any money. He was evicted from his Lavington home because of lack of rent. And you wonder what really happened. Like, what happened to Papa Denise that he went from here to here? Like, it doesn't make sense. And then when he dies, that's when these things are revealed. Unfortunate, but may his soul rest in peace, and I offer my condolences to the family and friends, and also fans if you're a fan of the Papa Dennis. Alright, next topic is Trump. Trump was acquitted by the Senate, you guys. Like, what did you expect? Let me tell you, this was so predictable, because Americans are Americans. Americans are Americans, and they deserve Trump, to be honest. You guys, Americans deserve Trump. And we are always complaining about our leaders. The leaders are corrupt. They're not moral. They're not people of integrity. But where do these people come from? They come from the community. That means there's a representation of what is actually happening in the community. And that is what we are. That is just a representation of us, really. So tusikuja pa kujifanya the leaders are corrupt. If we were given the same chance, trust me, we wouldn't do any better. We wouldn't. We would be the same people laundering laundering money, poor leadership, poor governance. We wouldn't even be delivering to the people. So yeah, garbage in, garbage out. Yeah, that was just predictable. But I feel like Americans deserve Trump. They deserve him. Yes, they do. Anyway, on to the final topic is so I feel like last week was a very dark week for Kenya and for the world. So I decided to end on a lighter note, on a nice note. Susanna, Sauti Sol released a new gem, very beautiful song. I love Sauti Sol so much. Like, they just release quality content. Like, tell me any Sauti Sol song that sucks. Tell me. I'm waiting. Yeah, right, none. So Susanna is just a nice song. It has that oldie vibe. The video is actually they're dressed in back in the day clothes, afro. It's just a nice jam, and that was just a very nice way to end our week after having a very exhausting, tragic week. I hope this week will be better. And I will catch you next Monday as we look at the trending topics. Okay, if you've not subscribed to my channel. My name is Peace Lois, and I do natural hair lifestyle, and now trending topics. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Until next time, remember to be kind, show kindness to others. Thank you.